Welcome to episode 4 of Tiger Talk, the Beat Mansfield episode. Every week we forget to tell you, so we're starting right off the bat. We want to hear from you guys about your Warren Harding memories. So take a video of yourself. It could be from any Warren Harding game and email it to tigertalk14@gmail.com, and we're going to play them on our Warren week. You say, how can I remember Tiger Talk 14? It's because section 14 is the best section in Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. So it's tigertalk14@gmail.com. But that's looking ahead. This week, we're talking about beating Mansfield. Becca, tell us who our guests are this week.
Well, as always, Coach Moore, welcome back.
Go Tigers.
Who did you bring with you today?
We got Kalix Collins. Actually, you guys introduce yourselves.
And your number.
They can do that.
And position.
These boys are almost grown-ups here.
All right. I'm number 14, Kalix Collins.
So
Position.
Position?
Yeah.
Position, graduating class, and task unit.
All right.
I'm sorry, I should have prefaced that. That's my fault.
2023, Kalix Collins, I was about to say 2023 again. I'm number 14. I play outside linebacker, and I'm in task unit McConnell.
I'm Ardell Banks, class of 23, wide receiver, number 18, task unit Miller.
All right. Well, congratulations on your first win. Let's talk about the Glen Oak game. Each of you give us a play that really stuck out to you or a memory from the Glen Oak game.
Probably when me and Cody Fair jade their quarterback for a sack, and it should have been a safety, but
I know it looked like a safety to me.
I agree.
Yeah, I was so confused by that. So explain what a safety is, because some people don't know what a safety is. So explain what a safety is.
All right, so a safety is like when the offense's back is against the wall in the end zone and the quarterback or the running back gets stopped in the end zone, it's a safety.
So like their knee goes down.
Yeah.
Or something goes down. Yeah. So it should be a safety. So that's 2 points, right?
Yeah, it's 2 points.
Okay. Yeah.
To me, we ran magic and we ran it, and the safety, I was getting doubled. So the safety came down on me, and my teammate, Braylon Tolles, had a great catch on the sideline, right side of the sideline. Had the fans going crazy.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, it was sort of his coming out game, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty excited. What number is he?
21.
21. Yeah. Yeah. He's fast. Just so you know, when he was in 8th grade, he helped me win the state championship track meet. So, that's why he's so fast.
Because of you.
Yeah.
Because of your coaching.
Yeah,
not Coach
Not
Nate
Coach
Moore.
Yeah.
It's Coach Becca Moore.
Yeah.
that did. Okay. I'm not going to argue with my co-host.
It was
ever.
probably a contributing factor.
What is your assessment of the game, Coach Moore?
I mean, I was happy with the game. Anytime you win a game, and it's a good thing. Anytime you beat a rival, it's a good thing. Anytime you get a chance to take the field against another team in Stark County, it's a good thing. But I'm always the most impressed with how our kids play. Our kids play their tails off. There's great effort all over the field. So really happy with that. I thought we cleaned up some things from week one. Some of that's level of competition, but we can't really control that. We play who's on the field with us, and I thought special teams was much improved. I thought our front seven just really got after Glen Oak. I thought the running back and the quarterback were really good, and I thought that the odds were pretty good they're going to break a couple of runs on us, and they didn't. We got to them before they could get going for the most part for the whole game, and I thought that was the biggest factor. And then coming out after halftime and 3 and out, and then the screen and go that we ran for a touchdown, I thought that really kind of put the dagger in, and then we held on, didn't let go. They kind of scored late against our twos, and so good. They needed some momentum going into the next game, so I'm not, that's fine, no big deal there. But our number one defense basically held them in absolute check all night. And we ran the ball well. We hit some throws. We got to continue to develop the pass game. That's got to continue to get better, and it will. But all in all, I was happy with it.
My favorite play. So on the sideline, sometimes I know what's going on. Sometimes I'm like, what just happened? Like I have to ask somebody. But like, I think you were kicking off. Do you guys remember this? Like you line up, so you must have scored a touchdown, and you're kicking off. And I'm standing there because I'm filming, and I'm like, why are they backing away from like, aren't you supposed to go for the ball? I'm like so confused why they're not going for the ball. Then one of our players and we got the ball back. I don't know if you were like watching that, but I was like, was that supposed to happen? What happened?
The pooch kick. Yeah.
Why don't you explain it, Kalix?
Yeah.
All right. So we went down, trail scores, kicked field goal, and Nolan decided that they're going to spread out. So he wants to pooch kick it.
Well, it was actually that's a Weber call.
Was that a Weber
that was
call?
called
Yeah.
from the sidelines.
All right.
Go ahead.
So they decided on the sideline, and they were going to pooch kick it because of how the return team is spreading out.
Correct.
So Nolan kicks it, and I think it was Dier.
It was, yeah.
Dier runs down, scoops it up, and just like, what's that called? Fetal position?
Yeah.
Goes fetal position on the football field with the ball. Got the ball back.
Because you can't advance that ball.
Oh yeah, because we
just recover it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the when you're on the return team, you have to, especially the front two lines, you have to watch the ball kicked off the tee. I mean, the guys just turned and ran, like it was just a regular kickoff return, and no one put it in a great spot. It was a high ball, so maybe they were confused as to, that the kick was going deep. I'm not 100% sure, but it really looked to me like they just didn't watch the ball off the tee, and that's you just can't do that. You got to be ready for those pooch kicks or squibs, and you have to be ready all the time.
So that was my favorite play of the game because I was just standing right there when it happened.
It was a big play. It's a shame we couldn't punch it in.
I was like, what is that?
Go up 14-0
I thought
there.
we scored that one.
No, we
I don't
fumbled at the end of that drive.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was curious, what is your plan for putting in the second team? Towards when it became a running clock, a lot of second team people got to play. How do you do that? Do you pull them all at once, or do you put them one at a time? What's the process?
It's we do that when the game is in hand, and so typically, my basic rule is, if no matter what, we're coming out after halftime and the ones are going in, and then that will be it if we're up by 42 at that point. If it's a 42-point lead, then at that point we'll start to sub. In the fourth quarter, it's kind of 35 or 28. If we're up by 35 or 28, it just the flow of the game has a lot to do with that. But there's always, guys that we're looking to get out first, for instance, like a quarterback or, stuff like that. We're looking to get those guys out first, but we, given the opportunity, we want to be able to get our twos in, to develop those guys, get our ones off to prevent, a silly injury in a spot where, they didn't need to be on the field. And, given the opportunity, you'd like to get everybody a snap. That rarely happens, but, given the opportunity, we try to do that.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game, but I'm excited to play Mansfield because that's where our son got his first touchdown when he was on the 7th or 8th grade team. So I like playing there. We've had good success playing, we've played playoff games there.
Not recently,
but like we were talking about why they go with Y and I, like why they spell their Tigers TY.
Why don't you let everybody know, Becca?
Well, no, like you told me that it was because somebody told you that Massillon and Mansfield played for the rights of the I, but I don't think that's right.
I think it was 1919.
Seriously?
There's a game played at Mansfield. Mansfield wasn't the Tigers yet. But they wanted to be the Tigers. They wanted to be the Tigers, but didn't feel like it was right to have two Tiger teams that close to each other. And the I think it was the athletic directors got together and said, why don't we do this one for all the marbles?
That sounds like an old school bet.
I think this is a
That sounds-
fantasy.
that
I think
sounds
this
like
is
an
a lie,
old-
Scott. I want to know the truth.
The winner gets the eyes, and the loser gets the Y.
Huh.
It's the battle of the eye.
Why? They get the why.
And this week we're playing for Ardell. The team that wins gets to keep Ardell Banks. So Ardell, tell me a scouting report on Mansfield.
Yeah. So tell me, who are we watching, Ardell?
Who am I watching?
Who should they look out for? Go over maybe the personnel, their defensive back. What do you think about those guys?
I mean, in my opinion, being a wide receiver, I don't think nobody can guard me. Of course, of course,
Of
but
course not.
Cocky.
but I mean, the corners, he's good, but his footwork isn't there yet. Like once he gets pressed,
Which one do you think is better, and who should the fans check out? Who do you think is the best corner out there?
in my opinion, I don't know. Honestly,
Just too fast. He's too fast.
I don't know which one.
Can't guard Ardell.
But I mean, hey, you can look out for both of them because they're gonna get showed up for sure.
You think 19?
We're going to be
19's got a
watching you
Kentucky
either
offer.
way.
6'3",
Okay.
195-pound corner.
Oh, that's nothing to me.
That doesn't-
How tall are
nothing to
you?
worry.
How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". But he has hops. So
Yeah.
so
I got springs in the bottom of my feet.
Is this the first time that we'll have 3 games and it'll be all sophomore quarterbacks? That's kind of strange, right?
is Mansfield a sophomore quarterback too?
Yeah, Mansfield's quarterback's a junior.
Oh, is he a junior?
And
I'm sorry. I
Muller's
thought when I
quarterback was
read.
a junior too, I believe.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
for some reason I thought Moeller had a
Yeah.
sophomore and I knew Glen Oak did. I'm sorry. Well, then that's why it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm not as perfect as Ardell.
What about their offensive line, Kalix?
55.
They're huge, aren't they?
55 is a meatball.
What do you mean by meatball?
Like he's huge. Like he can move. He's like 6'3", 270.
Woo.
No, he's like 320.
Is he really? I
Yeah.
thought he was like 270. Oh my god.
That's a lot bigger.
Oh my
There's a big
gosh.
difference between that.
Yeah, no, like imagine Marcus last year pulling at you full speed.
Marcus Moore.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can bring it.
Oh man. Him, number 55, and their quarterback is really,
Is their quarterback a runner like
Yeah.
Glen Oak?
oh yeah. And he's tall. Like, I don't know. He can move though. On film at least. It looks like he can move.
Hmm.
I don't know where he's gonna go with our defense, but I guess we'll find out.
He has trust in our defense.
100%.
Well, I mean, we all have trust in our defense and our offense. Do you have to line up against the meatball?
I don't have to line up against him.
Oh my God.
So I don't have to line up against him, but he's someone I'm gonna have to regularly go against.
Mhm.
Like,
We don't want to have
Dude.
any locker room.
Well, I'm not
no.
saying meatball in a mean way. I think he's
fire probably.
right. It's a compliment. I
Yeah.
think that's a
Yeah,
compliment that
you
you're
like meatballs, right?
Well, I'm just saying that means he's a big guy.
Meatballs
You
are
know,
delicious.
our meatball guy
Sure.
might be Big Mike, or every team wants to have that big guy. We're saying
Gary's
it in
my
the
meatball.
most polite way possible.
Correct.
No disrespect to Mansfield. We love them. We love that they're playing us. They're the only
Right.
people in our playoff region that's playing us. So we could.
And they're not in our region. Actually, they're region 10.
They're region
Oh,
10.
they're not in the Columbus
So-
region anymore.
So they're division 3. So they're a whole different division.
Oh, that's so disappointing because I always loved playing there in the playoffs and everything. I didn't realize they fell down to Division 3.
Well, we could still play at Arlen Field.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but we wouldn't
That
play
could still
them.
happen. We
Yeah.
wouldn't play them.
Okay.
So how many times have we played them?
This will be the 53rd meeting of Massillon versus Mansfield.
Today you guys weren't there, but today we watched a game from like 1968 when the Tigers ran all over them.
TI Tigers.
Yeah, the TI Tigers ran all over them. It was actually really interesting. They were calling the game.
Ron Schwartz was on that team.
Yeah,
Really?
68.
Yeah, 68,
Yeah.
69,
Was he the-
70.
He would have been the
he
quarterback.
was.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, was anybody here at that game? Like everybody raised their hand. So it was kind of funny, but like to listen. But I enjoy watching that because one day somebody's gonna watch you guys play. So it's kind of neat to watch that old film. It was actually on. He had to make it a video because it was on like you guys probably don't.
Real 60.
It was like on a reel, like the film you can look at in like old movies. So it was really, really cool to watch.
Yeah, this is the 53rd meeting.
What's the record?
Last played in 2003, first played in 1909, over 100 years ago.
Actually, Coach Moore asked if anybody was there at the first game.
It's an older crowd at Touchdown Club.
1909.
Somebody was there.
1909.
You never know.
You never know. What's the
I was
record though?
not there.
What was the record?
And for the series,
Yeah,
I'm not 100%. It's something. It's in our favor.
it's in our favor.
You said
Yeah.
like 43,
said
We'll just
45.
say it's in our favor.
Like
Yeah,
43.
it's in our
45.
favor. The TI
Just say
Tigers.
that.
But you can't get complacent.
No, not at all.
You have to be ready because their line is big. I saw the numbers today. They look big.
Your line's huge.
Yeah, you're gonna see some big boys if you're watching. You're definitely gonna see some big boys.
Their skill players are really good. The skill players have really good size. They're good. They beat the tar out of North Canton Hoover last week.
Yeah.
So they're a good team.
So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. Tell me, you guys, who was the player of the week last week? Who were the two players of the week last week? Because we gotta.
For the scout players.
Yeah,
of
for the
week,
scout
right?
players. Do you remember?
Last week.
Wasn't it?
One was Kendall.
Kendall, Carmen.
Was it Carmen? No, it was the
Wait,
That was the
Kendall-
first week.
Ransom.
Els.
Kendall Ransom.
Yeah, Kendall.
Oh yeah, those are two good players. So Stark Media and Tiger Talk, we always like to give a shout out to our players of the week. Why are the players of the week so important for you guys? Why is that? Why is it
Scout
important?
players of
Or
the
your
week.
scout players of the week?
Because during practice, we need a game look. So scout players of the week are the two players that stuck out the most to the captains
Okay.
and the unit leaders. So they decided to choose those two players because they worked their tails off the whole week just so we could have a good look.
Did they give you guys? Do you feel like those were the players
Oh,
that
yeah,
gave you the good?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's important because it helps you guys prepare for the game.
We can't be good unless we have a good scout team, and we can't be great unless we have a great scout team. Those are one and the same. And over the years, we've had great scout team looks. We've every year we have a handful of kids that they're probably never going to play a meaningful down for us. It just is what it is. And they come to work every day. They punch the clock. They love football. They love the Tigers. And they practice their tails off to make these guys better. And they get fulfillment out of that. And they love being a part of the team. And we can't be great without those guys. And it's not always that type of guy that's the scout team player of the week, but I'll tell you what, those are the guys that probably have more respect, not just for me, but the coaches and all the players than just about anybody else is those guys.
Yeah, it's always nice. So Scott, you're going to ask your famous question of the week?
I wasn't yet. I have a question before that question for
Okay,
Kalix
okay.
and Ardell. Tell me, I would like each of you to tell me what's the difference between being a junior Massillon Tiger football player and a senior Massillon Tiger football
Oh, that's a good
player?
question.
I could say being a junior, it's like you have the chance now to get on the field because like you've developed for that varsity experience that you could possibly get in the game. So I'd say the difference would be is the intensity and responsibility that you have, because when you're a senior, you have more responsibility put on you just based off the fact that you're a senior and you're one of the older kids on the team. So you have to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to. And it's just a bigger role all around.
I'm not sure. I mean, because growth is obviously a big part in going from a junior to a senior. Like showing how much you've grown from when you were playing last year to now you're a senior and you're like the top dogs on the team and how much you've grown. Like I don't necessarily know how to put it. It's more of like a responsibility thing and like a growth.
How have you grown? How have you grown, Kalix?
The weight room. The weight room was always something I struggled at from my freshman year to my junior year. I got hurt last year. I tore my labrum, ended my season. So as soon as I started rehabbing, just weight room.
It's amazing how important that is. Okay, so now we got to get to the weekly question. First of all, I got to talk about last week. We had a double Lil Wayne is what people picked. Now, I'm going to give you guys some time to think. I don't know if you know this, but the two of you are going to each give me your hype song, and I'm going to listen to it before the game. Whatever your hype song is going to be my hype song this week. So start thinking about what you're going to suggest. We had 6 Foot 7 Foot by Lil Wayne. First of all, that was the banana boat. They took Harry Belafonte's banana boat and had it running in the back on 6 Foot 7 Foot. The song had nothing to do with the banana boat. That was out. Then we had Drop the World by Lil Wayne and Eminem, and right now that's the winner. I gotta say that at least you want to drop the world on Glen Oak. That kind of made sense to me. It was a bit of a hype song. The 6 Foot 7 Foot. I don't know how Banana Boat has to do with football.
Was that Welch's? Which one?
Welch
No,
was
that was
week
Welch
one.
was week 1. He had that weird bone something.
It was on the
It was
show.
Zanai. Yeah.
Zanai had 6 Foot 7 Foot. Nick had Drop the World.
That was Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go Nick.
So right now, the number one song is Drop the World. And
Yeah,
it was
so we're-
mostly Eminem's part.
Yeah, so we're mostly Eminem. Sorry, I told you what I say. But so what Scott is looking for is he's trying to find the best hype song so that when you guys are in the playoffs, he'll either somebody got a pie, somebody gets a pizza. You're gonna be rewarded with food, so you got to think like, what's the hype song?
If you have the best hype song of the year, okay. So far, nothing's really blown me over. With Ardell's cockiness, I think he's got to have a hype song. I mean, I'm just expecting Ardell to hype me up. I'm starting with Ardell. Not anything against you, Kalix, but I'm excited for Ardell's pick. Ardell, what am I listening to?
All right,
Song and artist.
It's a little out of the ordinary, but it's called Savage Ain't Dead by Doughboy.
All right. Savage Ain't Dead by Doughboy.
Doeboy.
I got
Is ain't a
Doughboy.
word? Is ain't a word?
Oh,
Now.
sure. Of course it is. And this was Ardell's pick. Savage Ain't Dead. I like it. Kalix, what am I getting hyped up to during your warm-ups on Friday?
While he's watching
field.
TV, he's going to be playing your
I'm
music.
going to be listening and getting hyped up for Tiger Time. And we know it's going to be a good one. I hope it's not Lil Wayne. I wasn't.
It's not Lil Wayne.
Okay.
But I'm
what
not-
was the first week though? What was the first week? Jade, what-
I don't have that paper. It was PFK Funk or someone,
Nook.
something like that.
yes, the Nook.
Nook.
Yeah, he didn't
The
like
Nook.
Nook.
Yeah, the Nook.
Yeah.
That one was horrible.
There's
What,
I have
you don't
two
have to
songs
think.
in my
What
head.
is your hype song?
Pick one. What's the big one?
What's your number one song when you get on your phone for the game?
You know, it's
Oh.
you're ready to go. You're
right.
taking the world on.
Gang with Me by Polo G.
Okay, Gang with Me by Polo G. I like
just-
that the song and the artist rhyme.
just love
Okay,
these.
that's a plus.
The artist
Gang with
in the
me
song.
by Polo G. We got a
Yeah,
little
you guys-
rhyme there already.
If you guys
Okay,
didn't
these are.
notice,
I
was
think I
bobbing
feel
my head
good
all
about
night
these.
on Friday.
Yeah.
And that's what was
That
in
was
my
playing
head.
in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a runner and I don't run with music. So I don't understand all these music things. I just go out and run.
No, you
What's
got
your hype
music.
song?
I don't
Yeah.
listen to music pregame.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to music. I can't
Oh,
imagine.
you're a silence guy.
Yeah.
He is a silence guy. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I
That's-
can't, it's because I can't get hyped the way you guys do. I
He's gotta
got
be-
to have it together.
He's got to have his head on straight because he's got to tell his coaches to get back.
Yeah.
He's got to calm down.
see, like
He's got to deal with the refs.
Yeah, he's got
everybody.
to Hackenbrack. Sometimes he's got to look down at Hackenbrack, and Hackenbrack's like, when I see him look at Hackenbrack, and Hackenbrack just looks at him and then walks away, I can't stop laughing.
see, I gotta get hyped because I gotta go out there and throw my body into pulling guards like
Yeah,
20 times a
yeah.
night. So
Yeah, I can.
And when do each of you listen to this hype song? When you're in the locker room, on the way to the stadium?
dinner, team meal.
Oh, me, I listened to it about a good 4 times. Team meal, bus ride there, when we get there, and before we walk out the tunnel. Well, before we leave.
Are you guys
to go
looking forward
play.
to the team meal Friday?
What
Yeah,
is it?
Amish door.
Amish door.
Oh yes.
Oh, I love the Amish door. Sorry, Scott.
I know my dad and I always stopped at the Amish store when we drove to Arlen Field. You got to
Yeah.
eat there on the way to Arlen.
Yes.
And they always treat us so well. So I just want to give a huge shout out to them because they always take care of you guys. I mean, they always are so nice. They've got it ready. The coaches get to choose what pie they want. You know, they really take care of
We
them.
almost get guys sick eating peanut butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
not
their
eating
homemade peanut butter is incredible.
Yeah, their homemade peanut butter is incredible.
Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie can't eat peanut butter, so we got to make sure he doesn't do that before a game.
Remember that.
So, man, it's been a great week. Just so you know, Scott, the 7th grade beat Glen Oak, the 8th grade beat Glen Oak, the 9th grade beat Glen Oak. They didn't even finish the game, but they still beat Glen Oak. And then
Always
varsity
right.
beat Glen Oak, and then JV beat Glen Oak. So it was a really great week in Massillon.
Sweet.
That's a good week in Tiger Town. I like
Right.
it.
And so I put an Abby Lino shirt on that she sells at the Tiger store, and it says, "'Tis the season," because we're just sweeping away.
There we go. And I've got my home shirt on. I like this one because
Yeah.
we're in the middle of our away time. So
Yeah,
why not be
that's-
home?
That's right.
Well, thank you guys for joining the show. We really appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us. And everyone listening, please subscribe to Tiger Talk on YouTube. Share it with people. Let them know what we're doing. We're trying to spread the word of Massillon throughout the internet. And we're trying to hype you up. Maybe it's going to be Sausage Ain't Dead? It can't be
Savage.
sausage.
Savage.
That would be crazy. I got stuck on the meatball again, or a gang with me. Thanks everyone. We had a good time, and
Until next time, TIG.
ERS.
Go
Go
Tigers.
Go Tigers.
The entrepreneurial spirit runs strong at Simon Says Promotions. That's why if you've seen us everywhere in downtown Massillon, it's because we're growing. Stop in and see our guys at Spirit of Stark on 409 Erie Street North. If you're in the spirit for that new look, head over to Studio Vibes and tell Allie the Stark Media Team sent you. We've rebranded the old checkered flag building at 256 Erie Street South as Simon Says HQ, featuring Copeland Paints, Brooklyn Rio Boudoir, Cherry on Top Logistics, Studio Vibes, and we are adding new tenants monthly. Speaking of new, have you seen what's coming out of the vault at the new Tiger store at 59 Lincoln Way East? New game day prints dropping weekly with new store hours. Trust me, they can't wait to see you. Check us out on social media and find out what's new, or for occupancy and employment inquiries, email simonsayspromotions@gmail.com today.